Good morning, students. Here we will continue with the grade 6th and we will discuss the next topic of this lesson, that is molecular formula of a compound. Already I told you what is compound. Compound is the combination of two or more same or different kind of the elements, okay, in a fixed ratio. So molecular formula of a compound, it is the just representation of a molecule of a compound which consists the different element in the fixed ratio. For example, we are having the different types of the compound like calcium chloride is there, calcium chloride, zinc oxide, water, carbon dioxide. Okay, to represent these type of the compounds in a by using the chemical formula that is known as the molecular formula of a compound. For example, I discussed here calcium chloride. So what is the chemical formula for the calcium chloride is a CaCl2. Understand? Similarly, water H2O, carbon dioxide CO2. Understand? Sodium chloride NaCl. These are the some compounds which can be represented by the formula. So these are the chemical formula or molecular formula of a compound. Understand? To write the molecular formula of compound, first one, write the symbol of the constituent elements, then write the number of atoms as subscript which are present in the molecule of a particular compound. Understand? So these two steps I will explain by taking one example, that is molecule of a hydrogen chloride contain one atom of hydrogen and one atom of a chlorine. So the molecular formula of it is H1Cl1. Okay, so molecular formula becomes HCl. Now students, you know that whenever we are writing the chemical formula or molecular formula of any compound, we should know the participating element hydrogen and chloride means chlorine. Okay, so what is the symbol for the hydrogen? That is H here. And what is the symbol for the chlorine? That is Cl. Now we know that the hydrogen also contain one atom in its molecule of hydrogen chloride, and Cl also chlorine also having the one atom. Okay, so we can also write this in this way, and we can also write this molecular formula in this way. Second, molecular formula of water. We know that water contain the two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of the oxygen. So the molecular formula of the water becomes H2O. Understand? Similarly, some more examples of molecular formula of a compound. Example they have discussed here, zinc sulfide. So in its molecule, the number of the zinc atom are 1, and sulfide also, sulfide means sulfur. Okay, so number of the sulfur atom present in zinc sulfide are 1. So Zn1 and S1. So its molecular formula becomes ZnS. Okay. Similarly, zinc oxide. The number of atom of zinc are 1 and oxygen 1. So its formula becomes zinc oxide. Okay. Similarly, calcium oxide. Okay, so there are the different kind of so many examples of the compounds are there. These are given in your book. You go through the list of different compound and their molecular formula and learn them. Okay. Next, mixture. It is the combination of two or more substances in any proportion. It is the same thing as that like of a compound, but the difference between the compound and mixture is that in the compound the two elements always combine in a fixed ratio, but in the mixture no fixed ratio is there between the combining elements. Okay, for example, if you will mix the two things, that is stone and sand. So while we are mixing stone and sand, we never bother about the number of the stones and number of the sand particles. Okay, we can mix them with our round figures. Okay, so there is no accurate measurement of the stone and sand is there, so they can be present in any proportion and anywhere. Okay, mixture can be classified into two categories. One is homogeneous and second one is the heterogeneous. Homogeneous mixture are those mixtures Homogeneous mixture are those mixture in which components are distributed uniformly. Okay. For example, salt and water. The best identification I'll tell you about the homogeneous mixture, whenever we dissolve any kind of the solute in the solvent. This is a solvent, and if we will dissolve the solute in the solvent and the solute disappears, it means that it completely mixes with the solvent. Example, water as a solvent and solute, you can take a salt. Okay, when the salt mix with the water, after dissolving salt, the salt is not visible in the water. That means that this type of the mixture are homogeneous, means components after mixing are not visible. That type of the mixture are known as the homogeneous mixture, or we can say that the components are distributed uniformly there. That's why they are not visible. On the other hand, heterogeneous mixture are those mixture in which components do not distributed uniformly. For example, sand and stone. After mixing, they are look differently. Okay. Or also, one more example. This is the water, and you will add the pebbles there. Now you can easily see the pebbles in present in the water. So that type of the mixtures in which the component are visible, that are known as the heterogeneous mixtures. Okay. Next, properties of the mixture. Component are present in any proportion. Okay. Mixture, if we will talk about the mixture, I already told you the component are not in the fixed proportion, but they are present in any proportion. Okay, or in any ratio. Secondly, components of mixture do not lose their properties. Understand? It means that the combining component or combining parts, they do not lose their property at all. Understand? For example, lemonade. Lemonade means nimbu pani. You know that while we are preparing the lemonade, then we will add salt in water. Some amount of sugar also we are adding, and lemon juice also we are adding. So we are mixing here 3 to 4 ingredients: salt, sugar, water and lemon juice. After mixing them, everything will give its own taste. We are feeling the taste of salt also, we are feeling the taste of sugar also, and lemon also. Understand? So that means after mixing these four ingredients, they will not lose their own property. They give their own tastes. Understand? So this is an example of this characteristics or this property of the mixture. Understand? Next, no energy change takes place during the formation of a mixture. We have read that in the compound, always the energy may either absorbed or released. But while we are mixing something in any proportion, energy change do not take place. Okay. All mixtures are heterogeneous except solutions. Okay. Only the solution can be categorized into the homogeneous, but all the other mixtures are heterogeneous in nature. Last, the components of a mixture can be separated by physical method. Understand? That means sometime you have also seen your observed you have observed while your mother is cooking rice or pulses, okay, for example pulses, then you know that some of the harmful substances are present. For example, small stones are present, okay, but your mother doing with these stones, your mother just pick up these stones and throw it outside, okay, outside. Why? So here you can see that your mother is just separating the stone from the pulses, okay, before cooking them. Understand? So here we are, what we are doing here, we are using the physical method to separate them. It means component of mixture can be separated by a physical method. Understand? So this is all about the mixtures. Next we will discuss the techniques to separate the different kind of mixtures. Okay, thank you.